Hello, my pretties. It is time for Pick a Stack Wednesday. This is Barbara. It's freaking cold outside. Yay, Minnesota! It's only going to get colder next week, supposedly. I don't know. I'm putting it out there that it's going to be warmer here where I am because I don't like minus 20 degrees. I had to shovel in minus 21 on, was that Monday? Yeah, Monday morning. It was cold. Yeah. But, we're hardy. We're Minnesotans. We just bundle up and we go do what we got to do, right? Yeah. So one of the things I was listening to this morning really kind of hit home. This time of the year, I don't go out unless I absolutely have to because I don't like being cold. And a lot of times the roads aren't very good anyway. And for those of us who don't go out for other reasons, like I can feel everybody's energy, I don't want to go to that place, I don't want to do my shopping, I don't want to go to where all those people are. What I was listening to made a lot of sense because she said, our job isn't to hide. Our job is to build resilience. And so sometimes building resilience means being around those other people. I get that. And you might get it too, logically. It makes sense, right? We got to build resilience. We're tough. We're warriors. But then there's this time of the year. I'm still not going to go out unless I have to. Yes, I do go to the store and buy stuff for the dogs and myself. When I go, I make it a game. I try to make it fun. So hopefully that might help somebody else out there because this time of the year, it's January in Minnesota. It is hard to go out unless you're one of those people. I was going to say guys, but unless you're one of those people who just loves ice fishing or ice racing or snowmobiling or skiing or whatever the other things are. I used to love those things when I was younger. I was a downhill skier. I loved it. Now, I'm not going to do it. No. I'll go out and shovel the snow. That's my outdoor activity. But for those of you who have a hard time being around other people and because you're feeling all these energies, let's build some resilience. So if you do have to go out, know that you're the 16-foot tall warrior and that your light shines bright. Put yourself in a pink bubble of protection. Know that you're going to be okay. Know that those energies that you feel are not yours. So if there's times like this last full moon was in Cancer, which is very emotional, if you felt like crying like I did, I think Sunday I cried off and on all day, and I knew it wasn't mine. It's okay, but you gotta let that out, okay? You have to let it out. It's not yours. Don't keep it in. You are not a sponge. Feel it, recognize it, use your discernment. This isn't mine. Cry it out or whatever you gotta do, and then be done with it. Say, nope, you're not mine. See ya. Okay? That's part of building resilience. It doesn't mean you have to every day go into a place where there's lots of people just to get used to it. We're not getting used to it. We're building resilience. We're rising above it. Okay? It doesn't mean we're better than anybody else. It just means I see those emotions. They're not mine. I'm not soaking them in. Okay? That's the message for the day. Whew. Welcome to Pick a Stack. Today, we have 3 crystals. We have 3 different decks, but then we also get a bonus card at the end in another deck, which, by the way, was gifted to me for Christmas by my friend Joy. Thank you, Joy. Your deck is the bonus card today. Yay! So use your intuition to choose stack number 1, stack number 2, or stack number 3. Okay? I'm going to wait. and then I'll show you what each stack is. All right. We're starting off with the Lemurian Saint Germain singing bell. If you choose stack number 1, you are going to get a reading from the Tarot of Dreams. That is Ciro Marchetti. And you get sodalite, a sodalite moon. If you choose stack number 2, let me move my water here, you get a reading from the Sacred Spirit reading card deck, and that is Anna Stark. And with that, you get blue calcite. And I don't know if you can hear it, but the doggies across the street are barking right now, so they're like so excited about Pick a Stack. If you choose stack number 3, you are going to get a reading from the Angel Tarot deck, and that is Doreen Virtue. And that comes with celestite. Ooh, sparkles! That would look really cool with an antler wrapped around it. Your bonus card is going to come from the Priestess of Light Oracle deck. And that is Sandra Ann Taylor and Kimberly Weber. I had to read that because it's new and I don't know those people. So let's do one more singing bell. Okay. Let's get started. If you chose stack number 1, you're going to get a reading from the Tarot of Dreams. And let's do it this way. Tarot of Dreams. Your stone is sodalite. You should start with that. Right? This moon literally called me when I was wandering around my shop looking for stone number 1. So what I do, excuse me, somebody's nose itches. What I do is I ask my guides, okay, show me what the 3 stones are for Pick a Stack. Let's start with stone number 1. And I ask them to like send me around my shop or around my house. What is stone number 1? And this one literally like jumped. This is like a left brain stone, logical, analytical, rational. It's also really good for losing weight. What? The frequency helps us logically want to lose weight. Does that make sense? If you're doing something in a group, this is a really good stone to have because it's throat chakra, so this is good for communication, and it's logical, analytical. So if you're in some kind of a group, maybe at work, programming, taxes, accounting, working on a project, working on a report, this is a really good stone to have in your group because it's going to give the frequency that will help you communicate as a group and help you with whatever it is the project is. So it does a lot more than that. Like it's really good for the thyroid. This one you're not going to want to carry in a pocket because it's really big, but a smaller one, yeah. This would be great on a nightstand or your headboard, help you with. So before you go to bed, you set your intention on what you want to know in the morning. This would be a good stone to work with for that. All right. And we have the Tarot of Dreams. What do our people need to know today? Spirit guides from the light. What do our people need to know today? Ooh, no. You don't get all the cards. What do our people need to know today? And I keep seeing 2 cards. There's one. Hang on. Okay, that's way too many cards. Give me one more card. That one? Okay. Now just one fell out. Okay. Oh, stack number 1. What is going on here? Okay. So let me just cover this up. So the first card that came out is the 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords. The second card that popped out is the Hanging Man. And he's naked, so I got to cover him up a little bit. So there's there's stuff going on behind the scenes. Duh, look at our world. There's stuff going on behind the scenes. There's some stealthiness going on. There's some hoarding. If you look at his body position, he's doing this. Like, these are mine. There's 2 more swords back there, but these are mine. So there's some hoarding. There's some stealthiness going on in your life. But we need to look at this in a different perspective. So whatever you asked about, whatever's going on in your life is this, but they're saying you have to look at it differently. Can you step back and be an observer, an objective observer, and see what's really going on? Like, why is this person doing this to you? Or why is this company or this group doing this to you? Look at it from their perspective. Look at it from the 40,000 foot perspective. Okay. The sodalite, remember, is the left brain. Let's look at this logically and analytically, not emotionally. Too many times we look at things emotionally and we react or overreact instead of just observing. So this is saying, let's look at this from a different angle. Let's look at this from up there as an observer on what is really going on here. So whatever you asked about, set your emotions aside. And you know, the guy in this 7 of Swords card is wearing this, you know, it looks like a bodysuit because it's literally from the tips of his toes all the way to his neck. And it's blue and it's covered with stars and suns, meaning divine. Like, what kind of a mission is he on? Is he in, you know, usually I feel like he's a thief, but is he maybe stealing something back that was stolen? I don't know. But this combo is definitely saying, look at it from a different angle. Okay? So however you're looking at it, stop, turn the other way, and look at it from over here. Or look at it from up here. Don't overanalyze it though. Too many times we overanalyze everything. Nope. Just observe. Be the observer. Try to take yourself out of the situation. My hat keeps riding up on the back of my head. My fabulous hat. So that is stack number 1. Look at your situation from a different perspective. And if you can, look at it from that high perspective, okay? Our spirit guides look at things from the 40,000 feet mark. Ask them, oh, guys, hey, what does this mean? Help me out here. Show me or tell me, however you receive your information, help me out so I can see this as an observer from a different perspective. And that's what you need to do. Interesting. I don't know what's going on in your life, but Obviously something is. I know something's going on in mine, and that actually helped me. Because we're in human suits. We're going to react emotionally. We've been programmed to do that. They want us to do that. All right. Ooh. Singing bell. All right, if you chose stack number 2, you're going to get a card from the Sacred Spirit reading card deck. And your stone is blue calcite. I like this side better. Blue calcite. Now, physically, calcite is good for anything that has calcium in our bodies. So if you're having problems with your teeth, your nails, your bones, hair, any of that stuff, calcite's really good for that. It's also blue, this one is, so it's associated with the throat chakra. And actually, all 3 of our stones today are throat chakra. Don't ask me, I don't pick them. Apparently, we need to speak up for ourselves. This is also good for communication. All 3 of them are. It can help clear negative emotions. So in stack number 1, we were talking about don't look at things from an emotional perspective, look at them from a logical perspective. This is clearing negative emotions. That can be fear. Maybe whatever you're going through, you're experiencing fear. Crystals can help so much with that. Give your fear to your spirit guides. Give your fear to the crystals. Give your fear to your favorite tree or plant. Ask first, will you please take my fear? And then, hold the tree's hand, hold the plant's hand, hold the crystal's hand, and just say, thank you, I'm going to transfer all my fear into you. Take it. I don't need it. There's so much fear going on out there these days. We've got the eastern half of the country is freezing, and the western half of the country is on fire, and everybody's living in fear, and we've got some political thing coming up next week. I won't even say it because I'm not giving it any energy. Don't live in fear. But if you do have any fear, share it. Share it with God, Yeshua, Yahweh, Jesus, the angels and archangels from the light, crystals, the earth, the trees, whatever resonates with you. Ask them, please take my fears. Thank you for taking my fears. Okay? This can also help with memory and learning. Now, memory is not as important as we think it is, because once we have this connection up there, we don't need memory. We just say, hey, guides, where are my keys? Again. But learning, this can help with learning. If you're going to learn something new, if you're learning how to can, or you're learning how to dehydrate, or you're learning how to process meat, or you're learning how to speak Italian, or you're whatever it is, okay? Having one of these with you can be very, very helpful. And it doesn't have to be on your person. It could be in the area. All right. So let's move on to the card. And I feel it's just going to be one. These cards are oversized. They're really hard to shuffle. Thank you, my spirit guides, for giving me one card. That one. Right? That's one. Card number 33. That's a master number. That's cool. This is called Soul Fragments. Balance will be restored. Sorry for the glare. 33. The life of our soul is infinite, and while aspects of the self are never truly lost, they can separate through times of trauma, grief, separation, loss, or refusing to deal with an issue. The psyche's self-preservation causes this illusionary disconnection as it chooses to distance itself from the situation in question. These fragments are merely in places our consciousness has chosen to forget to spare the emotional trauma from an intense emotional experience. Recalling these fragments with love, healing, and understanding allows the soul to continue moving forward without the individual feeling stuck in the past or unable to get over an issue or event. Empowering and liberating, retrieval is recommended if you feel you're missing parts of yourself. And there's so many times when we experience something and we push it to the back. I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with that. And you get triggered. I don't want to deal with that. And you get triggered later. I don't want to deal with that. We need to deal with it. We need to grow from it. Yes, it's hard. I know. I heard that. It's hard. Yeah, it is. But you know what? That's where we grow. You're not missing a part of yourself. It's still there. It's just you've hidden it. So it's time, whatever those hidden parts are, call them back. Call them back. Fear-based experiences need to be addressed now. We're not supposed to be living in fear. Past life regressions can be beneficial. Healing sessions can be beneficial. Back in the day, oh gosh, this is probably 14 years ago, 13 years ago, I addressed my fear of water. Sorry, my ear is like, there's somebody yelling in my ear. I addressed my fear of water. What happened was it brought back these feelings of drowning. And I've drowned many times in many lifetimes, and I don't like it. I don't like it. So I would not go out on the lake. I didn't want to go in the ocean, or even a river. Addressing that and going, oh, that came from another lifetime where I drowned. I'm not going to drown in this lifetime. I'm not. I know this. So why am I afraid of it now? All I'm doing is I'm unconsciously reliving these other lives. I don't need to do that. Let it go. So whatever you have to do, if there's been trauma in your life, we need to deal with it because we got to stop living in fear. Okay? Oof. Like somebody's really yelling in my ear. Stop. If you're having something with your right ear right now, that message was for you. But for now, let's just go with somebody's yelling in my ear. That was stack number 2. They're still yelling. There's something going on. I don't know what. A lot of times that happens. They're yelling in my ear. I don't know what they're saying at the time, but later I get it. So maybe I'll get it after I'm done with the video because it's not for you guys. I don't know. Guess we'll find out. If you chose stack number 3. Look at the light behind me. It's really cloudy, but apparently that's where the sun is. I love the sun. He always finds me. Thank you, Grandfather Sun. Even through the clouds, I can see you. Yeah. Isn't that glorious? So if you chose stack number 3, you are going to get a reading from the Angel Tarot deck. And interestingly, now again, I don't pick the crystals, I don't pick the decks. We're getting Celestite as our crystal. And guess what? Celestite, oh, isn't that glorious? Celestite resonates with the frequency of angels. We're getting the angel deck. So if you chose stack number 3, this is Angels are watching over you. You know, and Celestite is all about balance. In stack number 2, it talked about balance. Celestite is great if you're feeling despair. I mean, it's so beautiful and sparkly. You can't be sad when you look at it. I mean, the way the light's hitting it right now, it's like I just move a little bit and it's all sparkles. It's like bliss. If a stone was bliss, it would be Celestite. It's really good for healing. It's also really good for the throat chakra, but it's good for healing all over. It can help transmute pain and chaos into light and love. Now, back in the day when Althea was a puppy, so this would be like, 8 years ago, I have a Celestite geode like that, but mine's smaller. And somehow she got a hold of it. And she mouthed it and chewed it and carried it around. And I was so mad because I'm like, oh, that was my pretty geode. It's not as sparkly now, but later it hit me that she needed that energy. She needed to take that energy in. So I can't be mad at her because dogs feel energy. And she needed that. They know what they need and what they want. Not puppies usually, but older dogs, you can get one of those little spiral cages and put a stone in it and put it on their collar. You ask them what stone they want. Give them an assortment. Let them pick. They'll pick the one they need. These days, Althea needs selenite because she takes stuff off of people in the store. So you don't want to have selenite on the collar because it can't get wet. I mean, you could. It'll just degrade. But I use a selenite wand, and I just cleanse her energy field. She will come and stand by me. If you've been in my store, you've probably seen it. She'll come stand by me, and she'll let me do it. And then she'll just walk away when she knows she's done. So Celestite is also really good for the digestive system. And I know a lot of people are having problems with their digestive system. Part of it is these energies, and part of it's like the energies from out there. And then part of it is the collective. Because guess where we store our fear, our anger, our guilt, our blame, our resentment? Yeah, it's down here. And you could probably feel that. And so it affects your daily stuff. Yeah, we really don't need to get into the specifics on that. All right, spirit guides, what do we need? What do we need to know? Give me a couple cards. Angels and art. Okay, there's one. Oh, there's two. Okay, thank you. Oh, well, I asked what the angels want us to know, and they're giving us the 10 of Cups. The 10 of Cups. Like I said, the Celestite is really good for transmuting chaos into something positive. And so then the angels are saying, and don't worry about it, because guess what? You got the 10 of Cups coming. The 10 of Cups is like the happily ever after card. It's emotional happily ever after. And then you've got the Wheel, which is a major arcana, card number 10. 10 of Cups, major arcana 10. 10 is the number of the divine. The Wheel, this says it's a time of positive change. It's an Archangel Michael card. It's like, like, what more do you guys want? Pay attention. There's positive things coming. But we have to transmute that lower energy into higher energy. Okay? Like when I was talking at the beginning about building resilience, rising above. So whatever's going on out there in the world, rise above it. You can be an observer, but you do not have to allow it to pull you down into it. We've got Michael with us. I always have Michael with me. Thank you, Michael. I see you right there. Right there, Michael. I love you. Thank you. And grandfather, son, right there. Be the light. Hello. Call the light in. Here it is, right here. Call the light in. I do every day. And guess what? It shows up because that's my intention. If you don't intend to call the light in, if you don't intend to be the light, if you don't intend to be love, if you don't intend to have a positive impact on the world and a positive life for yourself, you're going to get whatever's out there. So let's start intending to have a positive life, because we've got the wheel and we've got the 10 of cups. Literally, what more could you possibly want besides Celestate? Yeah. So if you chose stack number 3, stack number 1, you're worrying about things, you're looking at it from a perspective that you need to change. Stack number 3, total opposite. You got good things coming. Focus on that. Focus on the good things coming. Focus on the positive. Look at that light. Oh my gosh. Isn't it just amazing? Oh, so beautiful. Okay, so if you're still here with me, we are going to have a bonus card from the Priestess of Light. Oh, cute. On the inside of the front cover, it says, "Become your own Priestess of Light." Oh, look at that. My guide said, just cut the deck. Card number 21. Guide, the illuminated path. She's got the light in her hand and there's a wolf at her side. She's got the light in her hand and a wolf at her side. 21, 2 plus 1 is 3. Divine number. The Priestess Guide on this card illuminates the path ahead with her right hand, the hand of action. On her left, the side of receiving, a wolf offers her guidance as well. This card is about your personal path, encouraging a deeper awareness of the choices coming up in your life. The wolf is a symbol of strength and freedom, and this is the core of the message on this card. You are free to create the path that lies before you, and you have the strength to see it through, no matter which one you may take. It's time to seek the wisdom of your own inner guide. Meditate and ask if a new or different direction regarding business, family, or personal matters is called for. Then muster up the courage and self-trust to take the necessary steps forward. This card could indicate the coming of a new teacher into your life. It may be someone who advises you in specific personal arenas such as education, nutrition, or finances. Or it could be someone who pursues a more spiritual path. Let yourself be open to the guidance and inspiration such new teachers can bring, together with the wisdom of your own inner voice. You will find the path before you becoming illuminated, and you will be ready to take your next steps with the clarity and purpose your eternal life deserves. And the affirmation for this card: I direct my own destiny in every way. I open myself to the loving guidance I receive from others, from the universe, and from within. How cool is that? A new teacher, maybe. Okay, I have to point this out. If a new teacher's coming in, All the blue crystals that I presented today help with learning. Sodalite, blue calcite, celestite. So if a new teacher's coming into your life, get yourself a blue stone. Thank you for joining me today, everybody. I love you guys. I send you blessings of love, light, peace, joy, happiness, success, divine health, and all good things, including the light right here. So have a beautiful, blessed day.